In 2005, acclaimed American author Amy Tan released her novel Saving Fish from Drowning, presenting a satirical exploration of American tourists and the cultural clashes they encounter during their journey through China and Burma. Although fictional, the story is purportedly based on a true account. The novel humorously exposes the tourists' self-absorption and their tendency to misinterpret and misread their surroundings at every turn. Acting as the narrator is a ghost, who observes the group with exasperation, providing colorful commentary on the cultural aspects, language, and beliefs that the travelers misconstrue. The title of the novel derives from an old joke, recounting the story of a fisherman who believes in the value of saving lives rather than taking them. Each day, he pledges to rescue 100 fish from drowning by netting them out of the river. Although he attempts to comfort the gasping fish on the shore, they ultimately perish. Once dead, the fisherman can then take them to the marketplace. This anecdote sets the tone for the narrative. The novel commences by explaining that the following account was channeled through a medium, dictated by a ghost with a psychic connection. The ghost is revealed to be Bibi Chen, a 63-year-old art collector from San Francisco. Tragically, she was found dead with her throat slashed shortly before she was scheduled to lead a group of 12 friends on an Asian tour. Determined to proceed with the trip, partly due to the absence of a refund option, the group elects Benny as their leader. Benny is a gay man whose partner chose not to accompany them. Throughout their journey, Bibi's ghost provides a snarky and somewhat obnoxious commentary, offering an omniscient perspective while emphasizing her preoccupation with appearance. Compounding her frustrations is the inability to recall the circumstances of her death, although she suspects foul play. Their first destination is China, but without Bibi's guidance, the tourists promptly deviate from her carefully planned itinerary. Lacking any prior preparation for their journey, the group remains entirely ignorant of local customs and cultures. Their approach to problem-solving involves either throwing money at the situation or blaming one another. As misunderstandings escalate, Harry, a British dog TV show host, inadvertently causes the group to be banned from all Chinese tourist sites by mistaking a shrine for a urinal. With their sightseeing options exhausted in China, the group decides to depart for Burma earlier than planned. In Burma, they encounter Walter, a Burmese tour guide who leads them to various tourist sites and souvenir markets. During their exploration, Walter introduces them to boatmen from the secluded Karen tribe. The Karens, who have been hiding from Burma's oppressive military regime, have sustained themselves by sharing stories about a prophesied savior who will liberate them from government brutality. Intrigued by Rupert's playful magic tricks, the adventurous teenager in the group, the boatmen believe him to be the long-awaited savior, a reincarnation of the deity known as Younger White Brother. Walter then presents the Karen boatmen, Black Spot, Salt, and Fishbones, as the next phase of the tourists' exotic journey, a voyage to the mountains for a surprise Christmas present. While Harry remains behind due to a severe hangover, the rest of the group willingly embraces this new adventure, unaware that it is actually a kidnapping scheme. Led by Black Spot, the Karen boatmen guide the dozen tourists high into the mountains and sever the only rope bridge that connects them to the outside world. Over the following week, the tourists find themselves thoroughly enjoying their unexpected circumstances. Part of the comedic element arises from the tourists' obliviousness to their own kidnapping, instead perceiving the seemingly kind treatment they receive as something befitting their privileged status as wealthy travelers. They marvel at the picturesque landscapes, adapt to eating bugs, and even succumb to malaria. Concerned about their prolonged absence, Harry becomes worried and leverages his influence and celebrity status to draw media attention to their disappearance. The pinnacle of this media frenzy occurs when the tourists watch news coverage on a village TV and discover that they are, in fact, kidnapping victims. After a few weeks, the group is eventually located and returns home, with the experience profoundly transforming several individuals. Roxanne and Dwight, a couple constantly embroiled in conflict, have a long-awaited child but ultimately decide to divorce, recognizing that they are better suited as co-parents than romantic partners. Wendy, an idealistic human rights activist, and her aimless boyfriend Wyatt also go their separate ways. Moff, Rupert's father, ties the knot with Heidi, an overly anxious and worrisome woman. Harry finds companionship with Marlena, Bibi's fellow art patron, while Vera, a foundation manager, writes a book on bravery and leadership. The Karen tribe, too, benefits from the encounter as their village becomes the setting for a Survivor-style television show. Even Bibi's ghost finds closure as she discovers that her demise was not the result of murder but an accidental fall onto her mother's comb. While Amy Tan's saving fish from drowning exhibits strong prose and an enticing structure, as noted by Tasha Robinson in her review for the AV Club, the novel occasionally lapses into monotonous territory with extensive comparisons between the Americans' arrogance and the true realities they fail to grasp. Nonetheless, the book remains a wickedly wry satire brimming with insights on the disconnect between cultures and individuals. In contrast, Pascal Coutha's review in The Guardian highlights the novel as a missed opportunity that leaves readers feeling frustrated. According to Coutha, although the two groups of people come together in a remote location, their interaction fails to yield realistic and substantial consequences, whether positive or negative. The contrasting ideas and perspectives of the characters exist within the narrative, but they are never fully explored or developed to their potential. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.